What is the model? And an element that contains the data as well as the logic related to the data, validation, reading, and recording. It can, in its simplest form, contain only a single value or a more complex data structure. The model represents the universe in which the application is registered. And for example, for a banking application, the model represents accounts, customers, as well as operations such as deposits or withdrawals, and text that the withdrawals do not exceed the credit limits. And what is migration? Laravel migration is a way that allows you to create a table in your database without actually going to the database manager, such as a PHP admin or SQLite, or wherever your manager is. Very simple and clear. Now, how to create model and run migration. We create a model by tapping these commands on the terminal, php artisan make model, and then you're gonna put the name of your model, and after that you're gonna put space and you're gonna put -m, the name of your model, and the name of your model, you're gonna put the name of your model here. And let's create a model and call this model, for example, product. And here, as you can see, we are going to say php artisan make model and product. As you can see, the first letter of your model should be in uppercase, and then you're gonna put space and -m. And we run the migration by tapping the command line below. After creating your model, you need just to customize your table, your table, and after that you are going to run your migrations in order to create your table in your database. And we run the migration by tapping the command line below on the terminal, php artisan migrate. Very simple and clear. Let us talk about models and migrations. Models and migrations. As you can see here, I can now launch, for example, my PHP, my admin, and let us back. And let us talk about models and migrations. As you can see here, we have a database folder, and if you click on migrations, you're gonna see we have two migrations file in which we have the creates for the users, and we have for the jobs here. And once creating your Laravel project, this migrations file is these migrations files are automatically created by default. This is the user's table that you are going to migrate to your database, and this table is used by default with the authentication. Reason why we have the name, we have the email, we have the mail verified, we have also the password, the remember token, and so on. And we are going to customize our own model. And by default, as you can see with the users table here, this is the users table, but all tables has it in its model. Reason why we have user.php here. And let us close first of all this in the app. If you open your app, you're gonna see your model. Every model you are going to be creating will appear here, because while you're creating your Laravel projects, the Laravel project automatically create the user model.php, and if we click on it, you're gonna find we have it here. And once your model is created, the Laravel will generate automatically a table which is linked in this model. And once creating your model, the model is, for example, user, and the table will be users in plural. So you need just to create your model, and the name of your model must be the same name with your table. Will be the same name with your table, and Laravel will automatically generate the name of your table by adding just s in the end of the name of your model, and the name of your table will be in a small case. And this is what we're gonna do. So we are going to create our own model. We're gonna name this model products, and just open your Git terminal, and we are going to create our model here. We're gonna say PHP horizont make model, and here we're gonna say product, and the first letter of your model should be in uppercase. We're gonna say product, and we're gonna put space -m, and I'm gonna press enter, and model created successfully. And as you can see, the model is product. Directly we have our model here, our product model here. And if we click on it, and let us close this terminal, we're gonna see we have product extends model like this. And then if you click on here, we're gonna see in the migrations file, we're gonna get a new migration file for the products table. You see, we have just created our product model, and Laravel will automatically generate a table with the product's name like this, but in small case by adding s in the end. And we are going to be using this model. That means this table, when we are going to migrate this table in our database to our database, and we are going to be using this model, and this table will be linked to this model, and you're gonna see it is very simple and very easy. And here we have two functions. We have the function up, and we have also the function down. That means if you run up your migration, you are going to migrate the syntax in your database, and then you're going to create a table with the product's name having, for example, the ID and the timestamp as a field. Otherwise, if you run down your migration, you are going to drop your products table in your database. And the first thing we need to do, we are going to create the database in our PHP admin. We're gonna call, for example, this database basic lessons like this. I'm gonna say, for example, here basic lessons. We're gonna call this basic lessons. Basic lessons. So don't worry, I'm using a French version. Just click on create, and if already exist, yes, basic lessons, no problem. And after creating your basic lessons database here, we have it here. And let us back here, and we need to set the connection between our Laravel projects and our table, our database, which is in our PHP admin. You need to come here to click on .env. Here we're gonna set the connection between our Laravel projects and our database. It's very simple. And here you need just to put the name of your database, which is basic lessons. Very simple. You're gonna say basic lessons. Basic lessons. Here root, and the password, I do not have password, but if you want, if you have one, you're gonna put, for example, your password 1111. But in my case, I do not have password, and my username is root. And I'm gonna close. The connection is set, and we are going to back in our products here. And then what we're gonna do, we are going to customize our table, because before migrating our products, we're gonna add some columns. We're gonna customize some fields that we are going to be using. I'm gonna say, for example, I'm gonna add another field. I'm gonna say, for example, product name, and the product name here, I'm gonna say, for example, string. As you can see, the string here, if you migrate in your PHP admin, the string is the varchar, and here we're gonna say, for example, we're gonna put the name of our field. We're gonna say product name, and we're gonna say product price, and with the product price, we're gonna say, for example, integer. Yes, product price. product price, and we're gonna set also the product description. And with the product description, we are going to say we are going to say here medium text. Medium text like this with the description. Here medium text. Yes, the product description here we're gonna say should have the medium text. Should have a medium text as the type. Yes, like this description. And as you can see for the string, every time you are creating, for example, a table, while you are allowing, for example, different type to your fields, with the varchar, you should see we have somewhere we have to set the length of your varchar, and here in Laravel we are going also to set the default length of our string. Otherwise we are going to get error. And to set the default length of our string, we are going to come to the providers folder, and let us just click on app services, app service provider. In the app service provider, we're gonna find we have the two function. We have the register function and we have also the boot function, and we need to set our default string length inside of the boot function. And otherwise we are going to get an error if we migrate our tables, our migrations file. And here you can see we're gonna edit, we're gonna say eliminate / support, and here we're gonna say facade / and here we're gonna say schema, and we're gonna import the schema class in order to set the default length of our string. And we're gonna say here schema default, and here we're gonna say string length like this, and here we're gonna say, for example, 191, and you can put 200, but by default I'm gonna put 191. And here, as you can see in our basic lessons, we don't have any table. And let us back here, and after customizing our products table, we can run up the migrations in order to create our products table in our basic lessons database. So let us open our terminal, and we're gonna say php artisan migrate like this, php artisan migrate, and I'm gonna press enter. So you can see migrating here like this. And if I go back here and I reload a page, I'm gonna get the all migrations files here for the create users, for the thread, and for the products, which is our own tables. And if you can see here, we have 30 jobs, we have migrations. This is the products that we have just created. And if I click on products, so let us see what we're gonna have. I have the product name here, I have the product price, product description, created at and update at. And if I click on structure, and you should see by default with the product name, I'm gonna get 1 for the varchar like this. Very simple and very clear. And we are going to continue to the next video. We are going to see how we can interact, how we can save, for example, different information, how we can save, for example, the informations to our different fields, which is in our products tables, by using model and this terminal. Goodbye.